All right, so thank you, judges. Good morning. Thank you for taking your time off your busy schedules to attend this Techblazer Awards judging briefing session for most promising category semi-final round. My name is Nurul, and I'm representing the SGTech Techblazer Secretariat. We'll walk you through the briefing session today. Okay, so just some house rules before we start. Just note that this session is being recorded for internal documentation. So for easy reference, a copy of this deck, as well as the recording, will be shared with you over email after this session. Just ensure that your mics are turned off during the presentation, and for any questions and clarification, you can share with us later during the Q&A segment. Okay, so to start off, let's take a group photo. Okay. Just change the view. Okay. Ready? So look at the camera on count of 3. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you. Oh, Zhan just joined us. Okay. Hi, Zhan. Can you hear us? Can you see us?
Hello. Yes.
Okay,
Everyone.
we just got started lah.
Hey, is Edward in?
No, Edward, Raymond, and also Serene is not in yet.
Hey, because Edward texted some other group. I don't know whether he can. Okay, let me get back to him. It's okay.
But he accepted this invitation though, in the calendar.
Yeah, he had texted one of the other group chats.
Okay.
Never mind. It's okay. Let me get back to him.
Okay, yeah, no worries. Okay, so back to the presentation. So these are the agenda items we will be covering in the next few slides. Okay, so like we mentioned just now, these are the fellow panel of judges who will partake in the semi-final judging for most promising innovation category. So it will be headed by Mr. Edward Tay, Chairman of Infra Crowd, and he will be leading the panel of judges comprising of Terence, Raymond, John, Serene, and also Chiwai. So like I mentioned just now, Edward was the same. Edward was also involved in the in the preliminary round as well as Raymond. Raymond was the head judge for the preliminary round. So both Edward and Raymond are quite familiar with the entries that you guys will be meeting on the judging day. Okay. So these are the judging process and the dates for your noting. So the pitching session by the candidates who have progressed to the semi-final rounds will be held on the 8th of May. This will be done physically at our SGTech office from 10 a.m. to 12:30. And then we'll go for a break, lunch, and then we'll reconvene the next batch of presentation from 2 to 4:30. So you'll be given access to our online judging platform on that day. So all scoring will be done individually by judges first. Just note that the scoring will be done entirely online on the platform. We will show you the platform later. So to ensure to bring your laptops or tablets along to access the platform. If your phone can access them, it's quite simple actually. It's just through a link. As long as you have access to Wi-Fi or data, it shouldn't be a problem. So prior to the 8th of May, you'll be given access to Judgify to start reviewing the entries assigned to you. At the end of the pitching session, we'll break for tea, where the secretariat will then aggregate all the individual scores to prepare for deliberation. The deliberation session with the head judge, Edward, will resume at 4:30 or from 4:30 onwards to finalize 8 to 10 entries for the final judging round. So we have sent a calendar invitation of these few dates for you to block off your calendar. Do let us know if it doesn't reach you, then we'll forward it to you again. So scoring of the entries will be based on these 3 criteria. So total weightage will sum up to 100%. And these criteria will also be indicated on the online scorecards on your tablet or your phone during the judging day for easy reference. Okay, so so there will be 21 groups presenting their pitch on that day during the judging round. So judges are to deliberate at the end of the pitching session and shortlist only 8 or up to 10 entries who will progress to the final round. Okay, so these are some of the points to note during the group presentation. So 2 representatives per nominee or per group will be presenting. So each group will be allocated 15 minutes to present, 10 minutes to present their innovation or their product, followed by a 5 minutes Q&A. So there'll be a timekeeper who will be keeping track of the presentation time. No added time are given aside from the allocated 15 minutes. So we'll make sure that the groups arrive on time. Latecomers will be penalized because they're given a very strict time slot. And then, yeah, so these are the things. So our secretary will be there in the room to basically flag to both judges and also the presenters 2 minutes before the presentation end and during the end of presentation to proceed to the Q&A session and at the end of the Q&A session. Okay. Okay, so let me now share with you more on the online judging platform, which we'll be assessing. So this platform is called Judgify. So a direct link, which contains a unique link, a direct email, which contains a unique link to access the platform will be shared to you over the email 2 days prior to the judging day. So do reach out to us if you have not received it. We will also open up a WhatsApp chat group closer to the judging day, just so that you can communicate with us easily rather than over email. For this link, no login is required. You just need to click on the link and you'll be granted access to the system. So judges are free to input their individual scores on the respective groups throughout the judging period, which is from the allocated time. I will mention it again later. Judges are also highly advised to not discuss or share their scores or opinion with other judges during this scoring period. And the online scoring will close at 4:30 p.m. on the judging day. Then the secretary will tabulate the aggregated score sheet for the deliberation session after. Okay, so after pitching session, right, we will break for tea. And then the deliberation session will then commence from 4:30 onwards. So aggregated scores will be shared with the judges during this session to start the discussion. So consensus will have to be reached with all judges by 6 p.m. latest to finalize 8 to 10 nominees who advance to the final round. Okay, let me show you the online platform, what you'll be receiving. Okay, can you see my screen? Yeah, so basically judges will receive this same email. I think for Edward and Raymond, you're quite familiar with this, with your name and these 2 links. So just click on Start Judging. And then you'll be redirected to the page. So for example, if you are scoring for Techblazer, you'll be receiving, for student Techblazer, you'll be receiving this. For MPI, you'll receive Most Promising Innovation here. Click on Score. And you will see all the entries or all the groups or nominations that will be presenting to you on that date. So let's say, for example, ITE Green Innovators are doing the presentation. Click on here, they'll put the word score there. And you'll be able to see the judging criteria over on the left side, as well as the company information on the right side. Yeah, so you can open this screen while the presentation is going on by the company or by this team, and then assess them through their presentation as well as the information that they submit in their nomination, and then make the scoring on the left-hand side. Once you are done, click on Update, and then the entries, the scoring will be logged in already onto the system. So anytime before 4:30 p.m., you are free to go back to, for example, ITE Green Innovators to change their scores if you think that they should be scored higher or lesser after. Okay. Yeah. So Kumajit, go back to your screen. Okay, so these are the screenshots to recap on what we have shown earlier for your reference. Not to worry, on the day itself, we also will be there to guide you. Also, if you're in the room during the judging, if you have any issues assessing this online system, just drop us a chat in the chat group, then we will help you troubleshoot then. Okay, so these are the key dates for you to take note of. The schedule for the pitching session will be shared with you on the 3rd of May via email. Please note that the semi-final judging will be held physically on the 8th of May at our SG Tech office. So prior to this, let's say if any of the judges have other commitments on the semi-final judging day, because we require you to be there the whole day, do let us know because we will need to make prior arrangements for the other judges. Okay. Yeah. Any questions and answer? Sorry, any questions? Okay, I think quite clear. Yeah. I mean, not to worry. I think Edward is very familiar, as well as Raymond, also very familiar with all this judging. So Raymond and all of us will take care of you. Yeah.
Edward and Raymond, do you have anything to share about the rationale for the prelims shortlist? So maybe preempt the judges a little bit on what to expect.
Edward, you want to start first?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, on behalf of the semi-final organizing team, right? Thank you so much, each and every one, the judges, for your precious time. This is a very important event for us in the ecosystems and SGTech and IMDA as well. And I think this is also one of the event that many of our innovators are actively looking forward to, right? In their career, to be able to come into the semi-finals. You know, it's at least once in their lifetime, I hope. Yes. So I think Raymond had done a fantastic job, right, organizing the preliminary site where we have a lot of these applications. I think as much as 100 over 150 or 160, right? And we managed to painstakingly chosen 21 to come to this part. I think this is the part where the fun really begins, and we'll have a great chance to come up and close and personal with all the key founders who so far have only shared their videos and their basic information with us. I think we will get a very different feel from them when we see them face to face. We will get to feel their energy. We'll get to feel their passions, and also get to scrutinize them on their depth of knowledge. And hopefully we can choose a very deserving 8 to 10 teams for our final judges and really do justice to all of them. So it's a very important functions in this whole competitions. But really, I think again, on behalf of the whole organizing team, really thanks so much for coming for the briefing, and as well as spending one whole day with us on that day. Thanks. Raymond, over to you.
Thanks, Edward. I think Edward has said most of the things that we want to say, or rather that we have gone through. Again, like I said, don't feel shy when the teams are here. I think we should really ask them the question that you think is relevant, and it all depends on how they respond, right? Then we want to see the depth and the understanding of where they are trying to do or where they're trying to go, right? So there might be one or two company might not have that traction yet, but we do see them having that potential in it. So don't sort of discount them. Give them the opportunity to allow them to describe to us what they've been doing or what they want to do moving forward. So sometimes we'll find gems of this startup, of this founder itself, whether they're doing this in the first time or the second time. You probably see some of them doing it in the second time, right? So they probably have prior experience. So I'm not going to say this 21 company where they are and who they are. Do it at your own call, and then based on your understanding of the industry. Now, of course, many of us here also have that difficulty sometimes. Particular industry we are not involved with, we do not understand very well. I guess this is where we come together, and then we will treat you as an expert, and then we also like to hear your view after the assessment itself. Okay, so there's no right or wrong as far as I'm concerned. We are all here to help and potentially, hopefully, to get 4 or 5, I don't know how many of them into the final, right? And then from there itself, again, in the last couple of years, I personally have involved with Zihan itself. We see a couple of very interesting company. I think Edward was also involved. My apology, Edward. Okay. So I think last year was this Wiz, is it Wiz AI, right?
Yes.
Jennifer. Yeah.
Silver
so
lah.
it's a,
Silver. They want silver.
Oh, so silver.
Iris.
They want
The gold.
okay.
Iris.
The I company. My apology.
Yes,
Thank you,
yes.
Zihan. But I mean, Wiz AI itself have actually transformed herself. Jennifer herself, actually, she won one of the Women Award just recently. I think prior to that, I think there was another company called MDEC where Richard Cole was running it. I think he's a half a unicorn today. So I mean, these are an example of a company that I mean, they have actually had this platform itself able to bring them into the next level of play, right? MDEC have actually used the platform, and after winning itself, he actually managed to get invested from Japan, and also I think was KDDI and also Samsung in Korea. Of course, this one give them an opportunity to actually go internationally. Of course, at the end of the day, it's their own capability. It's not only us, right? But actually, if we can give them a helping hand, I think this is where we are all about. Okay. My apology for coming late because I was in another meeting, so I got to step into this car background. Okay. Thanks for the understanding. Okay. I think that's all. I will hand it back to the organizing committee. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Edward and Raymond. Okay lah. If no other questions from the other judges, I think that's all from us. Last call. Any other?
Picture.
Oh, picture. Yes, picture. Okay.
It's done.
Yes.
John,
Hey,
yeah.
John. Yeah.
Hey, just one quick question. I was wondering whether the 21 companies selected, were any of them past winners?
No.
Just curious.
Yeah. No. None of them.
Okay.
Past winners are allowed. It's just that they must have a different product.
Yeah.
It's product based. Yeah. But still no past winners lah. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So one last picture. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3, smile. All right. Thank you, everyone. We'll send you an email with this deck. Feel free to reach out to us before the judging day. If you have any issues, let us know. Right.
Thanks.
Thank you for your
Okay,
time.
thanks, everyone.
Have a good
See ya.
weekend.
Thank you.
Looking forward.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.